What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I get asked this question a lot, and I see it on a lot of other people's streams and YouTube channels. And the question is, can I do clan war raids, or can I participate in clan wars if I have one of my royals sleeping? First of all, I would never recommend that you do a clan war or participate in clan war if you have both of your royals sleeping. So I'm going to focus on if you have one royal sleeping, and the quick answer is yes, you can. The next question is, should you? And really, for the easy answer there is it really depends on what the stance is of your clan. You got to figure that out. When you join, how do they view putting your royals to sleep, your archer queen or your barbarian king, and participating in clan wars? Some of them will not let you. The way we kind of are in the WHF family is if you are doing any type of arranged war, then there is no chance that you put your royals to sleep. You have to have both your royals up in order to take part in an arranged war. The second part of that is you can put your royals to sleep anytime you want to and decide to opt out. Or you also can go ahead and participate in clan war, with the caveat being that if you run into a really good clan or a really tough match, then you probably be expected to gem your royal. And also it depends on where you are in the map. If you are all the way up at the top at number 1, 2, 3, and the raid really depends on the war really depends on your attacks, then I would also say that you should never put your royals to sleep while in war. You should just step out for that time, either gem them or wait till they go and then join a clan war again. So that's the history behind it. Now the question is, can you do it? And the answer is yes. So I'm only going to go ahead and focus on putting the Barbarian King to sleep, or warring with Barbarian King. There are plenty of examples of having the Archer Queen asleep, and let's just take a look at a couple bases here. The first thing is, whatever royal you have that's put asleep, you're going to have to make it up with troops. So if you put your king to sleep, then you're going to have to make it up with some kind of, at least you'd like to back it up with some kind of ground troop, like substitute a P.E.K.K.A. in for where that you would drop the king on a normal raid, or 3, 4 Valkyries in where you would have dropped that king, and they'll be able to take the place of it. And if you have the Archer Queen, well, you're going to have to go ahead and drop some wizards in there to take care of maybe a clan castle or whatever that queen's job would have been in that raid. So minions, wizards, something like that, something that can do damage, quick time damage, and use that. So you're going to have to look at the bases themselves and decide what you can and cannot hit. I mean, obviously, you should look at the base and see how you would hit it with a full army, including your Archer, Queen, and King. And then whatever role that King or Queen is playing and it's asleep, then you're going to have to substitute those troops in. So let's go ahead and take a look at one attack, and we'll go ahead and see an example from me, and we'll go ahead and check out how I go ahead and attack this base. Alright, the first thing I'm looking at here is a very symmetrical base. It's an anti-2 base, and this is probably what you guys run into quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit this base with a Govaho, and I'm going to assume I have King and Queen. And if you take a look at this base, this is a max base. This is a max Town Hall base besides the walls, and I think a couple of air sweepers. Maybe that's level 4, and let's see if this one's on. So yeah, I mean, I guess we're running pretty strong here. From what I look at, this is a completely max Town Hall 9 base. So if I can do it, you can do it. Taking a max Town Hall 9 base, and they do make it a little easier with these type of walls. But it wouldn't have made or broken the raid. I would have still attacked it even if there were max walls or all Lego or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to come in from the around 8 to 7 o'clock area, right by that Archer Tower, and I would drop my King and Queen in there. But since I have my King sleeping, I'm going to go ahead and substitute that King with a couple more Valkyries and just get that push in there. Since I'm going to do a Go Vaho, and I think I do a cold-blooded, just one golem in there, I'm going to let the Valkyries do all the work that the king would have done. So I'm going to drop one golem in there, I'll drop the queen behind, and as soon as we get this thing funneled out, and I got wall breakers coming in, I'll go ahead and drop all my Valkyries, and this time I think I'm going pretty heavy. I think I do 12 or between 11 or 13 Valkyries, just to make sure I get that push. My main goal is to get into that base. I'm going to jump in to the core where the town hall and the expos are. I want those Valkyries to get in there, take out the queen obviously, and then hopefully take out those two expos, which will make my hog deployment a lot simpler. So let's go ahead and check this thing out as it's getting done. So I do bring a cold-blooded. I'm only bringing 10 Valkyries, so I've got 3 in the clan castle, 3 max Valkyries. I've got 1 jump and 3 heals just to keep those Valkyries alive. So I dropped the golem a little off there, which is not a good thing, but we'll make that stuff up real quick. It finally gets aggro on there. And then I've got my Valkyries coming in there. I've got them streaming inside. They're going to go ahead and beeline right for that king and one-shot her. I'll go ahead and heal, drop the poison. This is also one of the worst clan castles to go against with Valkyries as well, because I've got a dragon and a couple wizards in there. But I do have a hero wizard on the bottom that's going to come up and swing around here. And as he is taking care of this, I'll heal up the Valkyries again. I do have a couple heals to spare. And I've got the queen kind of doing her thing, doing a queen walk, but the Valkyries are tanking for her. So that hero wizard takes out that dragon finally, and now that I've got quite a bit of Valkyries in that middle going through the core, they're taking out all the expos, I can go ahead and send my hogs in a counterclockwise fashion, all the while those Valks and the other kill squad is tanking for it, the golems, and the golem is tanking for the queen as well. So I use my final heal there, push through the hogs. I got plenty of hogs. I also know that there's no more giant bomb spots where these hogs are going to path in the defense, so there's really no reason to hold on to that heal. That's why I used that last heal where I did. And I'm guessing the other bomb is probably right by that Tesla, but the hogs are never going to path to that area. So I've got a wizard cleaning up from the bottom, I've got a queen cleaning up from the top, and I got the hogs that are going to go ahead and do the rest of the work. So notice I did not have my my Barbarian King. My Archer Queen still has her ability, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that in just a second just to fly through this. But this base is completely wrecked. There is no problem at all getting the 3-star here. So I just substituted where some people might bring 7 Valkyries. I brought an extra 3 Valkyries, making sure that they can get through there. The King would have just helped out a lot more, but I was confident I could go ahead and do that with a those extra Valks and getting the 3 stars. So let's go ahead and take a look at another base. A ring base. It's made so that your troops go ahead and walk around that whole entire outer range, all the while those point defenses pick them off one by one, and then as they start to make their way around that core area, those expos are just going to go ahead and have a field day with them. So I was looking at this base going, you know what, I don't even know what I would use my king for except to do a king-king swap or a king-queen swap, and that would be the most important thing. So I just decided that, the king, even though it's always valuable to have a free unit, I could take this base without the Barbarian King. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a queen walk to start from around the 545, 530 area and just walk all the way to the northeast, all the way up to the 3 o'clock and around the corner. And I can send the Valkyries in all the way to that core using a jump spell without any wall breakers, and take out that entire core and help with the rest of the base. I have a rage for 2 reasons. One, for the Archer Queen, just in case I run into any problems, and number 2, I have it to rage the Valkyries up in the core if the Queen is doing fine at that point. And I have 2 heals for the Valkyries and for the hogs that I have. Still another Govaho with a couple loons in the back end. And the cool thing about this attack is I crushed this base so hard I actually got disconnected just as soon as I dropped my hogs down, and then I lost connection. And so I ended up swagging a heal and 3 wizards. That would have made it even better. So it's a pretty close war, just because I got disconnected and I couldn't do anything about it. So anyway, I've got those minions funneling up all the way in the bottom, taking out that builder hut, taking out that lab, and I dropped my queen in there, and she's going to do the queen walk. Now I want to make sure she goes up to the northeast, and I just want to make sure that I can control when that the clan castle is going to come out, so I can take care of it when I want to. So I need to take care of that cannon. Make sure that that queen does not get any weird ideas and start walking towards the northwest. So she's got no reason to walk to the northwest anymore. We're going to go completely northeast, and I brought a couple wizards just to back up that the queen, so we could push things on a little bit faster. So I'm triggering the clan castle there. I used my poison to go ahead and slow all these down. It's I think a couple wizards, witch, Valkyrie. And I do pop that ability a little soon. I guess, a little nervous or whatever. I don't know. I want to make sure. I know that my raid is pretty much on the fact that I need this queen to live. So I figured just to go ahead and rage up is better than losing her. But you just get used to that. So I drop a wizard up top to start that. I dropped the wizard a little bit too soon because it's going to get taken out by that archer tower. But as soon as the queen gets aggro on that archer tower, or the archer tower gets aggro to the queen, I can go ahead and start sending in some more wizards there. And again, it was just to go ahead and start doing some more damage. As soon as this air defense goes down, I should have a path to go ahead and get those Valkyries in right to the core. There is no reason why they shouldn't be running in there. And there we go. We dropped the Valkyries, dropped the Clan Castle Valkyries and mine. We'll go ahead and rage them up and go ahead and heal also. And they will just completely tear through this core. I think it's probably less than 15 seconds for the entire core is done. And it's a good thing because I am running a little bit out of time. The healers do switch. A couple will get one healer to go ahead and heal these Valkyries. They catch that back end of the rage again and start flying. And at this point, I'm sending in the hogs. Right now, at this instant, I get disconnected. That's it. So if you notice here, I've got 2 wall breakers that I kept just in case I needed to break in for the Valkyries or whatever, and I had 3 wizards for cleanup as well to start from the bottom. How it was going, my Valkyries are coming up from the bottom, my queen's coming up from the right hand side bottom, and I've got 2 loons that are just taking out defenses left and right, one for one. I mean, just the best. I think I got 5 defenses for those 2 loons, and I would have healed those hogs up right here just so that they were getting pounded on by that king, but I was disconnected. So you know what, these Valkyries are going to do their thing. Queen is still walking around doing her thing, and that loon is on cleanup mode as well. So the Valkyries finally take care of it. I would have dropped those 2 wizards like probably 5 or 10 seconds ago up top, but you know what, we get it done here. So 6 stars for me, and 3 stars for this particular attack. So hopefully you guys are able to see, find your strengths, find your weaknesses. Of how you would attack the base with a full army. If your plan relies very heavily on the whatever of the royals is sleeping, I probably wouldn't attack that base then. It's probably not the best idea. Go ahead and scout the bases. Fortunately, with WHF in our family, we have the luxury of picking bases that we can 3-star. So something like this, I would do the same thing. I would go ahead and come in from the northeast, maybe about the 2 o'clock, with a go va-ho. I drop my wall breakers in there with 1 golem. Go ahead and drop my Valkyries in there, drop a jump right by the air defense, and then I'd let them go through that core and do their thing. And I would not need the Barbarian King. If I healed and raged and did it correctly, I should be able to take care of this base as well. These are anti-2s. So, they're not the best bases in the world. When you run against really strong anti-3 bases, normally that will be an arranged war, or like I said, a very good clan that knows how to build very specific bases. And at that point, you might need to wake up your royal. That's the whole point, is to get those 3 stars. So anyway, hopefully you were able to take these strategies, understand that you can still raid. Clear it with the rest of the clan first. Just make sure you understand what the rules are, what they how they view putting your royals to sleep and fighting in clan wars, and do your thing and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.